And as we get ready to wrap up this episode, if you want to hear the entire episode, it's wherever you get your podcasts. O2 with Oliver. Have had the pleasure of sitting down with one of my favorites, Roger Wherli. As we were wrapping it up before the technical difficulties, we were talking about your memories as a Cardinal. That's a broad question, but when you look back, man, what do you remember?
Well, I just remember, your mind goes to the good times, the great years we had in the mid '70s, and just being drafted by the Cardinals and being able to play in my home state. Uh, moved across the state for most of my life, really, and then the fans in St. Louis were so great in good times and bad, and that they had some both with the Cardinals there, and then obviously you feel sorry for the fans in St. Louis now because they were without a team for a while, and they got the Rams, and then lost the Rams, and now nothing. So and it was never the fans' fault. We had great attendance for most all the games, even in the bad years. And it was the city, the people in charge of the money in St. Louis weren't able to put together a stadium for either the Cardinals or the Rams, and eventually both of them moved because of that. And and so like I say, it's just I'm sad for the fans who are great fans, and all the friends and everything that we've had in St. Louis over the years. uh, has been wonderful. So we miss St. Louis. We got tired of the winters with the snow and everything, and then, like I say, the heat of the summers with the humidity and things. So we decided to come out here to Arizona and enjoy the last part of our lives out here. Both of our kids still live in St. Louis, and two of the grandkids are still there. One of the grandkids is now up in Seattle. So we get to see them quite a bit as we go back to St. Louis and visit. And looking forward to coming back. I guess we're coming back this spring, hopefully playing the Jim Hart golf tournament that he has every year there, if we're allowed to play it again this year. All those things, the Hall of Fame last year in August was shut down. The Super Bowl was shut down. Everything's been shut down this past year, and it's been like, it's been sad that none of us have been able to get back together with our Hall of Fame friends or our Cardinal friends, or go to some of the golf tournaments and different events that we get to go to and see some of our guys we played against all the time. So it's been a tough year as far as that goes, and hopefully we're kind of coming to the end of that, and things will look up for this next year.
Have you gotten your shot yet?
Have not gotten my shot. I'm still waiting to see if people get sick for it. Then I'll get it.
It sounds like the first one is fine. The second one is a little touchy, and not like a big deal, but like, prepare after your second shot. You might want a day not having to do much.
Yeah, I swear. It's so you can't predict what's going to happen. When even we've known a lot of people that have had the COVID, and some people get over it very easily. Other people have a tougher time with it, but obviously it's not a pleasant experience, whatever happens.
Not to pry, but have you lost anybody because of the COVID?
Have not, no.
Good, 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 good.
Yeah.
When you get back to St. Louis, is there a favorite place you like to break bread?
Oh gosh, there's a lot of them. My wife's in charge of all the restaurant eating, so whatever she wants to go to, we hit.
So we're in the Missouri Hall of Fame. We're in the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. We're in the NFL Hall of Fame. It took a while, but it happened. Take as long as you want. What was that phone call like?
For the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it was I'd been in the final 15. They mark it down from 100 down to whatever, 75, 25, and then the final 15, and then those final 15 are voted on by the group on Saturday. the group of sports writers on Saturday before the Super Bowl game. And I had been in that final 15 once before and then had not made the final vote. And so then in 2007, I was on it again and waiting for the phone call. And usually that occurs, and their meeting, I think, starts at 7 in the morning, and it's usually over by like 1 in the afternoon. And it got to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I hadn't received a phone call. So I figured, well, maybe I didn't make it again. And then I get a phone call, and it's from a sports writer in New York. And he said, Roger, can I have an interview? And I said, sure. Did I make the Hall of Fame? And there's like a pause, and I hear him in the background say, are you sure Wherli made the Hall of Fame? He doesn't even know it yet. So I'm going, what the heck, So anyway, he talked back and forth. He says, yeah, you made the Hall of Fame. So yeah, it was kind of a weird way that I got the phone call, and I didn't even get it from the Hall of Fame. After I did an interview with him, and then the phone was just ringing off the wall, and we had like, I don't know, 75 voicemails from everybody that I knew. And one of those voicemails was from the Hall of Fame. They had gone down the list in alphabetical order, and I was one of the last to on the list. And apparently the phone calls started coming in before they got to me. So
it's the curse of the W. So what did Deerdorf say when he called?
Oh, he actually, it was kind of funny. I shouldn't tell this, but he knew the night before that I had made it. But he had promised the voter that because he had been he was wondering if I was going to get in. So he called Bernie, and said, is Wherli getting in this year? And Bernie says, I'm absolutely positive that we have enough votes to get him in this year. So he knew actually that I was going to get in the night before, and I didn't. And obviously I didn't know till the phone call that I missed the day of.
So for people who don't know the story, Bernie Miklasz is one of the people in the room, and has been for a long time in regards to who gets voted, and he states your case, for lack of a better way to explain it. Tell me what you and Bernie talked about after you got elected.
Oh, it was, I was so thankful for him. We had talked, well, and he was working on it even the year before when I didn't make it. And so, and we had talked several times, and he said, sometimes there's a lot of guys that have the credentials and everything that have been out there a long time that just don't get in, I mean, and I had, it had been so long, for a lot of years at different events and banquets and things, I would be introduced as future Hall of Famer and this and this and this, and then it goes on and on and on. And finally you say, just if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. But, he was so helpful and I guess pleaded my case well enough that I was able to get in 2007.
Well, as we get ready to wrap this up, and again, we've stopped and started and stopped and started. And so there's a couple things. First, thanks for your patience. Second of all, I don't think somebody can be a 3-time Hall of Famer and be more humble than you. I don't think you've bragged on yourself once during this entire thing. Oh, it just happened. Oh, I got lucky. Oh, things went my way. At the end of the day, you made it happen. So, corny question, wrapping it up. And again, if people want to listen to the entire episode, it's OT with Oliver, wherever you get your podcast. Roger, just for a second, brag on yourself or tell people what you hope they remember when they hear the name Roger Wherli.
Well, I had a great career and loved every minute of it. I just loved sports growing up. I played basketball, baseball, football, ran track, and just loved every minute of sports, and sports came easy for me. I mean, I was good pretty much at everything I tried, and uh, that's why golf humbles me so much. I think I should be better than I am in golf, but that doesn't always happen, I guess. But yeah, I just love the sports, and I'm just so fortunate to get the opportunity to have it be my career, and go to college on a scholarship, and then do that for 14 years of my life, and loved every minute of it. Loved the competition. I love that competition, and just I gave it my best every time I was on the field, and I felt like that's what I love to do, and that's what I did, and hopefully the fans enjoyed it, and hopefully the fans could see how happy I was, and how much I enjoyed the game as I played it. So and certainly I enjoyed the accolades from the fans, and being a part of the Cardinals, and still enjoy the times that I get to be a part of the Cardinals here in Phoenix. It's been a wonderful life for me and my family, and just hopefully people have enjoyed watching.
All right, I lied. I didn't know you were a golfer. This is how we'll wrap it up. Give me your best I sank the putt story. Everybody's got one. Give me your best putt.
Well, the best I sank the whatever it was, I don't remember now. I think it was a 7-iron on an uphill par 3. I got to play golf with some friends that I knew. This banker had bought at Super Bowl, had bought a oh shoot, now I can't think of his name. The coach of the Miami Dolphins,
Shula?
Shula, had bought. Shula gave an auction at Super Bowl for a round of golf with as his course out in California called Tehima, and it's out real close to Pebble Beach. So this banker that I knew just randomly, but he was at the Hall of Fame auction, or he was at the auction at Super Bowl, and he bought it. And he came up to me and introduced himself and said he was from King City, Missouri, my hometown. And I hadn't known him, but he had known my dad. So we were talking. I said, congratulations on winning the golf outing in California with Shula and all of that. So he, about 3 months later, he calls me and he said, would you like to be a part of the foursome to go to this golf outing? I said, are you kidding me? I said, sure. So went out there and played Pebble Beach, and then played the round at Tehima with Don Shula. And on the third hole, it's an uphill par 3, and I sink it for a hole-in-one. It was one of my hole-in-ones was with Don Shula. So I have the ball signed by Don Shula, and a picture of he and I sitting right here.
I was going to say, earlier we saw the NFL ring. Let's see the ball. You got the ball?
I do have the ball.
Let's see it.
Actually, I have the picture of Don and I holding the ball. Let's see if I can get this.
That is perfect.
Zoomed in here just right.
So that was a hole-in-one. How many yards?
I don't remember. It was probably about 150 yards uphill. So I didn't get to actually see the ball go in, but we got up there and we were looking around, and Don says, well, go look in the hole. So I go do it, and there it was. So there's the actual ball right there. Wait a minute.
Roger, again, you're so humble. If it was me, I would have taken that picture and blown it up and had it the size of my wall.
There's Shula's autograph right
there. I guess I asked the following question. What was your expectation the next hole?
I wish I'm not even going to say what I scored. I don't even remember, but the hole-in-one was plenty for me.
Roger, I enjoyed it, man. Hope you did too.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it very much, Dave. Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Uh-huh.
That was good. I'm glad we ended it that way.